walk the path. Hello friends, welcome back. So today we're going to explore a place called Eagle Rock, and it's at the Dalmeny Estate, and it's just next to Cramond outside Edinburgh in Scotland. So it's basically right next to the River Cramond. You just walk along it and down, there's the beach and that. So we'll get going, we'll see what it's all about. Eagle Rock. So this is it here, the Dalmeny Estate. There's the Eagle Rock there. That's the River Cramond. We walk down there. Dalmeny House. There's lots of stuff across the beaches and all that. It's a nice wee walk, eh? This is it. Oh, still getting used to this. Down there. Aye, so you can see I'm still getting used to this setup. This is actually a take 2 because I was down here last week and I made a big video. It was brilliant. Had the drone out, gone along the beach and all that. Got home to edit it and the microphone wasn't even turned on. So take 2. But it's a beautiful walk, eh? So I'm happy to do it again. It's another nice sunny day. So, but I should probably learn to check the microphone. Hopefully I've checked it this time. It seems to be working, so I'll go with that. Aye, so we've got the River Cramond's down there. Cramond's the other side of it and further down. This way, we go down this way and it takes you to Eagle Rock. Like these trees there, they're all covered in like ivy growing up them. Pretty cool. Aye, so it is quite a popular spot this way. Dog walkers and cyclists and that. You sometimes hear the planes flying over as well, because you're close to Edinburgh Airport, and the planes come up the Firth of Forth to land. So it's quite cool. They're low down, so you get to kind of see them up close. But it's a beautiful wee walk. So there's a plane there. So I'll be coming into land at Edinburgh Airport. That's an EasyJet. Somebody coming back their holidays, no doubt. So I can see the ocean already. Looks like the tide's coming back in. I think the tide goes out quite early in the morning and then comes back in probably about, what's this, just about 10:30. So maybe by midday or something the tide would be right back in. There's the island down here as well, Cramond Island. If you go like the other side of the river, you can go down, and when the tide's out there's a causeway and you can walk along the causeway and walk over to the island. Obviously you need to watch, you catch the timing right so you don't get stuck out there when the tide comes back in. You can just see the ocean there through the trees. And the beach is just down here through these trees here. So the story goes with this Eagle Rock that obviously the Romans were said to have had like a camp or a base on Cramond Island, which is just there, and Eagle Rock's just further down that way. And nobody knows for sure, but they've just kind of agreed that it was the Romans that carved it, and it was like an eagle, I suppose like a Roman standard for their legion or whatever. But it's quite cool. Obviously a lot of history about here, and still a busy place. You've the Firth of Forth, again you've got Edinburgh just there, and the bridges down there, and you've got Rosyth docks. I'm sure that's where they're working on the Queen Elizabeth aircraft carrier now as well. Over the water you've got Fife. So a lot going on here. The tide's still out, I can just see it through these trees here. That's just Cramond Island there right in front of us. So I'll do a video one time going over there, Cramond Island. That's like a World War II bunker there, just at the right hand side, and I think there's quite a few World War II bunkers. Obviously they were trying to protect the Firth of Forth for German U-boats or whatever. That's the causeway, the spikes. I think they built them during World War II. It was like concrete spikes to stop like U-boats or saboteurs or whatever coming up the Firth of Forth. But that's the causeway there. There's Cramond Beach over there, and that's Cramond. That's like the mouth of the River Amond. Obviously Cramond Island. And this is Eagle Rock just right up here. You can just see it in the middle of the screen there. So we'll head up. I met a guy here the last time I came down, just last week, that was camping just at the side of the beach. So if that's you and you're watching, thanks for subscribing, mate. I appreciate it. Yeah, and if you're watching and you've not subscribed, just hit the button. It takes 2 seconds. Helps me out. But it was pretty cool. I had quite a cool wee setup. Wee shelter and a wee stove. He was saying he made the metal stove on his own. And him and his dog. We were actually talking about Cramond Island, about the stories. Like people used to have raves on it and that, basically lots of drink, lots of drugs. And they would go out there and have raves and parties. Basically that's Scotland for you, imagines. He was saying that he was there one time and the police used to come out in boats with like the water cannons and try and spray everybody and stuff. But I don't know if people still party on the island, but it's quite a historic island anyway. But it's quite a cool wee bit of Scottish kind of culture and history. So that's like the Kingdom of Fife over there. Pretty sure that's like Burnt Island and all that over there, Aberdour. You can kind of see the gasworks and stuff. That's like Edinburgh and Leith and stuff, just beyond that. Always keep my eye out for nice bits of driftwood as well. Love driftwood, just how it's all smooth and that. I use it for like kind of decoration in my flat. I'm sure this guy was camping about here. He just had like a wee hammock and that set up. It was pretty cool. Nice place to camp. I always thought about camping down here as well. Like the tide comes right in, because you can see that line. The sand's all wet up to that and dry. So that rock, Eagle Rock, would be right in the water at points, depending on when the tide comes in. I think you can kind of see it. There's a wee sign below it. So there it's there. So it says Eagle Rock. Above you might be able to see the worn carving of an eagle. Roman soldiers may have sculpted it when based in Cramond nearly 1800 years ago. So, I mean, when I was here before, I thought the eagle was just, it was like an eagle's head. But then I noticed when I was here the last time, it's like an idol of an eagle standing up facing you in the middle. But I'm not entirely sure. It's maybe both, because it does look like a bird's head with a beak. And then obviously that kind of could look like a person standing up with a crown on. But apparently it's an eagle, so it'd be an eagle standing up facing you. But again, they're not entirely sure what it is or who carved it. That's just like the best guess. But you can see it, definitely like an idol, maybe a Roman idol. Not entirely sure. It's pretty cool. Obviously you've got that there. Then the Romans had a base on the island there. So they were obviously all about these shores and that. I'll take a wee walk round it. Love that. If I could fit that in my van, I would take that. It's a beautiful big log. It's all smooth and that for the waves. Oh. The beach continues down. I think you can walk all the way down it. Nice big rock that as well. I think there's nobody here, so I maybe get the drone up and get a few drone shots of the scenery and the Eagle Rock and that as well. I may as well, while there's nobody here, because I don't like being one of the guys that in busy places where you just pull out the drone and everybody's like tutting at you and looking at you like, what's he doing? He's recording everybody and all that kind of stuff. Again, I'm not like that, so. But I'll get the drone out and get a few wee shots. But hopefully the drone shots went well. They look like they were pretty good. Hope you enjoyed them. Like I say, they'll not be in every video, it'll just depend on the situation and where I'm at. But pretty cool. So you can walk up the side of it here as well. There's people obviously carving 2011, 1957. It's pretty cool, but also I don't like it when, especially when it's like ancient sites and people have carved all their stuff into it. It's a bit like that up at the Pagan Den up at St Andrews. This is us on top of the Eagle Rock now. So you can see right in front of us, just behind Cramond Island, that's Battleship Island. So it was basically an island and they built structures on it to make it look like a battleship to confuse German bombers and stuff when they were trying to blow up the Forth rail bridge, which is down there. That's like a castle or something there. And you've got an oil tanker and an oil terminal. The bridges are just over that kind of bit of land sticking out. It's nice though. It's just really peaceful here as well. I've only seen like a couple other people here. But I'll definitely do another video over there when my mic, when I make sure it's working, because it's got the wind thing, again, like the fluffy thing that breaks up the wind, so it's not like that you can hear the sound better, because it's quite windy out there. Well, I'll leave it there anyway for this one. That was take 2, Eagle Rock, down at the Dalmeny Estate next to Cramond on the river, the Firth of Forth. So again, I hope you enjoyed the video and thanks for watching, and remember, walk the path.